Hello, welcome to Brain Talk Tuesday here with Dr. Daniel, and we're going to talk about plant personality. So those of you who are watching the recording, please say hello and jump on and type in the box where you're joining from. And for those of you who are joining me live, please comment also below. I'm going to put a little essential oil on while we wait to get started. All right. For those of you joining live, I would love for someone to be a little scribe and type in some of the things that we talk about today. We're going to talk about personality and plant personality, and I'm going to have you take a personality test, which is really fun and it's free. I have put the link right here in this video. So if you're able to, you can click on it and go ahead and take that when we're done or even while we're talking. That's great if it allows you to do both. So hello, Jennifer. Great to see you guys. So for those of you joining me new for the first time, please say hello and where you're joining from and that you're new. Would love to get to know you and maybe just how you found this page, because I go live every week talking about brain talks, and so I would love to see kind of what your interest is for those of you who are watching this video. What really interests you to learn more, because that helps me with when I'm doing topics. So as another introduction, my name is Dr. Daniel, and I am a doctor of psychology and licensed clinical social worker from San Diego, California. And my specialization, my forte, is in working with teens and trauma and essential oils. So I have really married the two, this category of psychoaromatherapy and learning and studying the science of plants and how they relate to the science of our emotions and the science of our mental health. So I know a lot of you have just received my book that I published. My book is called Mental Health and Aromatherapy, and it's a guide to PTSD. It is the actual dissertation. So it's a doctorate level book. It's not something just on your coffee table per se. It's definitely neuroscience based science in aromatherapy. And you're going to love it. If that speaks to you, then you're going to love it. Some parts of it may be a little like too much, but that's okay. It was a doctoral dissertation. And I get a lot of questions about the level of it. It's definitely the level of a doctoral dissertation. However, there are parts in there that you guys can totally understand even, at any level. And I've put charts in that book to allow you to kind of reference like what the research is saying. So those of you who know me, I like the research. I like to know what it's saying and really creating this new field in mental health called psychoromacology. It's a new field of study. So hello and welcome. Hi, Jan from La Grande, Oregon. I've been there. So I'm going to jump right in. We're talking about the personality of plants. And I want to know, what type of personality are you guys? So if you have already taken my personality quiz, please comment below what your personality was with the plants. And if you haven't, I put the link in here. Please take the personality quiz. It's a lot of fun. So we're going to dive a little bit more into the personality of plants. And so you can get a good overview and then definitely take that quiz. So again, if someone could be a little bit of a scribe as I talk, that will help us all learn even better. So let's go into this. First off, when we look at plants in nature, we know they have certain characteristics, and these characteristics actually, when studied, because I get a lot of questions, people say, well, how do I know what to use for what? And I know I just published this book on this total neuroscience, right? And I want to break it down so easy for you guys. So when I look at the personality of plants and how that resembles that of human personality, it's interesting that they actually interact very similarly in our brain. Isn't that cool? And so it's going to make it so simple. Jennifer says she tested as trees. That's awesome. Your personality is that of trees. And that's what I want to first go into. So first off, when we look at trees, I've got cats in the background here. They want me to feed them again. So we're going to hold off on that. But so when you look at trees, what do you guys think of, or when you see a tree, what does it look like to you? Type in the chat box. I want to hear what you think of when you think of trees. And Jennifer said grounding, right? Very grounded, right? Let's see what you guys say in the chat box too. They're very rooted. They're stable. They're majestic, right? They're very strong. So what's really cool is those are some of the characteristics that tree plants do for us in our bodies. So when you are a tree plant, or when you're a tree, right, you're very rooted. And what they help you do is if you're feeling all over the place and stressed and just, like you need to be grounded, a tree oil is going to be what helps you. So I have, let's see, they're going to help stabilize mood. They're very grounding to emotional outbursts, de-stressing to the brain and the body. They help support cellular health, okay? That's like the root. The root of our health is our cellular health. And isn't that amazing that trees being very rooted and strong roots, right? We have a tree out front here that is uprooting our cement. They're strong. So again, and they interact at the cellular level, which is our primary lifeline. So I think that's really cool. Improve memory and focus. They also support relaxation and meditation. And then they reduce behaviors of hyperactivity. So again, they're just grounding. So again, the science is phenomenal, but I love that you can just take it back to the personality. So I'd love to see, for those of you who have taken the test, how many of you guys were trees, were a tree oil. You have just this grounded personality about you. You're strong, you're stable. People come to you to feel like just calm their mind down. I like the tree oils for kids with special needs. It's got my cat licking himself back there. It's kind of funny. See his head bopping up and down. So fun. Here, I'll tilt it so you can see him a little more because he is a cutie. I put a towel there so he sits on that. There he is. Everybody's loving the little kitty cat. That's Lincoln. And Liberty is somewhere running around. So anyway, I put a towel down, and they like to sit on top of things. How many of you guys have cats, by the way? Kind of a random side note, but they like to sit on top of things. So if I put like my backpack down on the ground, guess what? They're like, thank you. That's my new home. And they like to sit on top of it. It's just kind of funny. So it's nice because I can put a towel on the couch, and they're like, oh, I'll sit on that. So, okay. So thank you, Jose, for typing in. I see that. So perfect. Okay. So back on, now I kind of got distracted with my cute little kitty cats. Tree oils, kids with special needs. So this is a great one with kids with special needs, hyperactivity, or just like have a really hard time focusing. Maybe they interrupt you a lot. Putting something that's a tree oil on the back of the neck, something like a balance essential oil, right? That's going to be a good one just to help that grounding. So let's move on. Next, let's talk about flower oils. How many of you guys had the personality of a flower oil? I want to see. Oh, I love Autumn said for trees, alive. Yeah, that's so beautiful. And that's what our cells do. They keep us alive. And that's what tree oils do, help us with our cells. All right, let's talk about floral oils. I want to hear who, Jennifer, yep, to cats. That's awesome. So perfect. Floral oils. Let's see what they do. Now, if you haven't taken the personality test, it's in the link here. Go and take it. I'm so excited to see what your guys' personalities are. So floral oils, what are those? We've got rose oil, ylang ylang. We have geranium. See if I can go off the top of my head here. Lavender, I'd call lavender a flower for the flowers on the herb. And it has the properties of the floral oils. So let's see, what else do we have? Jasmine. Oh, I've got some rose oil right here. Oh, so beautiful smelling. So when you look at florals and when you see flowers, right, what do? What are they in nature? Go ahead and comment in below. They're very beautiful, aren't they? They're beautiful. They're comforting. They're supportive. So how many of you have that type of a like dominant personality of like a floral oil, someone who's just, people go to you because they know you will support them no matter what, and that you have this comforting nature about you. And that's what flowers do. And their colors are also in general pretty soft and just beautiful. I love the colors of flowers. And so if you look in nature, what does the personality of flowers do what are their healing properties? So I have my little notes here. After you take the personality quiz, you can actually download a free, reference that I'm speaking from. So you can actually have this, which is really cool. And so there's a free download, and this is what I'm reading from that I've typed up. So floral oils, that's kind of a hard word to say, calm the central nervous system. That's pretty cool. So they're just calming, right? Calming with everything. They reduce feelings of stress. And when I say that, people are like, oh, that's nice. But they really do in the brain. They reduce cortisol and the excitement of the hyperactivity of the HPA axis, which is your core stress response. So kind of cool. They decrease anxious emotions by interacting with those neurotransmitters that are like the glutamate and the epinephrine ones that are hyperactive ones, right? So cool. They calm tantrums and outbursts. How many of you guys have used this on your kiddos when they're tantruming? I have seen wonderful results with using this with kids right in the back of the neck. Such a great spot, you guys. Put it right on there, help them calm with tantrums. Floral oils also support in the sleep cycle. Where would we be without lavender and rose and these oils for sleep? So cool. They help me a lot. Help your brain. In fact, lavender has had a study showing that it helps induce theta brainwave mode, which is the mode that you get to before sleep, which is amazing. So right now, if we go into beta, if we go into brainwaves, we're in beta if you're thinking and listening to me, right? Then we have your alpha, which is a little bit more like an awareness, but not like analyzing and, and being cognitive, right? And then theta is your next in sleep, and then delta is deep sleep. So that is amazing. Okay, improve mood and feelings of joy from those floral oils. And then balancing to hormones. Isn't that cool? Floral oils are balancing to hormones. So you will see, for those of you who are floral oils, I'm excited to see you're floral. Clara's floral. That's awesome. You took the personality test. This is a great video also you guys can share in your group so people can take this personality test and really learn a little bit more about them. Hi, Claudia. Oh, I love that you typed in a whole bunch of florals. That is beautiful. Okay, perfect. So let's move on. So those floral oil people, you can tell they're just the ones that have this just sweet nature about them. They are ones that you just want to be around all the time and just comfort you. I love it. So, and as we're talking, so I'm going to go into the last two here. I'm actually curious to see, once I get done, I want to know what you guys would guess I am as a personality. See if you can guess it. So go ahead and type in and see if you can guess it, if you know a little bit about them. So let's go next to spices and herbs, which Francis says she got, spices and herbs. Such a cool personality. So let's talk about spices and herbs. So spices are going to be like your cinnamon, your cassia, your oregano, right? Spicy oils. I love it. And what do spices do in general in your body? Think about it. When you eat a spicy something, it gets your blood flowing. It's like, woo, it's spicy, it's fiery. So that's the type of personality, just a fiery, motivated, driven, and very sometimes competitive, like, but in a good nature, like, hey, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all the way and I'm going to win this. That's kind of that spicy. And I love that about the spice personality. And so the other part of that, I put the herbs in there. The herbs are flavorful. Mint, you have cardamom. These are super, they give so much personality. So people with the spices and herbs are, like I said, when they walk into a room, they're very heavy influencers because they are driven and people are very attracted to the flavor, to everything that they put their touch onto, just makes it so much better. So I love that about the spice and herb personality. So let's talk about what they do as a healing property. They increase blood flow, right? Spices. They spicy, they get you moving. Isn't it cool that it doesn't have to be like brain science? It actually can just be They get your blood flowing, which increases motivation, right? Isn't that cool? They improve energy levels because, again, that blood flowing and that energy. So people with spice and herb oils are very energetic. Let's see, they help clear brain fog, right? You got things moving around, so it's going to clear that brain fog. Support in memory. They also support and aid in the digestive system. So you look at all those spices, and these are ones and spices and herbs that you eat, right? You don't eat a ton of the flowers or the trees, but the spices you do, and isn't that cool? They help with the digestive system. Makes sense. So like cardamom and peppermint, all those things that you already know. Support the cardiovascular and circulatory systems, but that makes sense if they're helping with blood flow, right? They're helping with your cardiovascular system. And improve immune system, because where is the immune system housed? In your gut, right? Rosemary, cinnamon, clove. These are phenomenal for your immune system and your digestive health and your blood flowing. So can you see how spices are people that get things moving? And I love that about that type of personality, fiery. So who of you guys were spices? Let's see. They warm you up. Oh, thanks. Hi, Essie. Hello. Thanks for typing that. So Marty got spices and herbs. That's so cool. All right. So, or maybe you're guessing what I am. Okay, so I'm going to go into the last one. And yeah, I want to see what your guess is. So when you're guessing, so I know that you're guessing, just put, I think you are, so I'll know you're talking about that. So I'm curious what you guys think I am, because I know you see my live videos and just, yeah, now that you're getting to know a little bit more about it. So we're going to wrap up here with the citrus oils. So what do citruses look like in nature? Marilyn says you're looking for the test. You guys, it's in the post. So when, I don't know if you can see it however you're watching the video, but I put a link to it in the post and you can take the test as soon as we're done here. You're going to love it. And I'm so excited to see what your personality is. So citruses in nature are what? They're bright and vibrant. Their colors are so vibrant. And if you think about it, they actually have a chemical, a natural constituent on top of them on the rind that attracts the sun. That's why you get all that vitamin C in there, right? But it makes them also very vibrant. It changes their color, so you have something like lemon and orange and grapefruit, just bright and brilliant. So what do you think that does to your personality? Makes you bright. And isn't that funny that citruses uplift mood? We already know this. They help with serotonin. They help with lots of other neurochemicals, but serotonin is one major one that we talk about. It uplifts mood, makes you feel bright and vibrant. I just think that's so cool. And then they're round, right? Kind of round and bubbly. I love that about them. Let's see, what else are citruses? Okay, well, let's look at what they do healing properties. So they cleanse the digestive tract, which is really cool. Uplift mood, like we talked about. Increase energy as well. And you can just see that with the bright colors, right? They're just so energetic. They decrease stress. They support symptoms of drug withdrawal, reduce anxious feelings, and increase clarity of thoughts. So that's your citruses. And a citrus personality is someone who's definitely bubbly, social bug, someone who's like, kind of like brightens a room when they walk in. They're just happy, easily entertained with people, fun. That's kind of the more citrusy personality. In a competition, they just love being around everybody. They're like, cool if I win, but I just want to be around everybody. So that's the citrus personality. So I know we have a lot of you who are citrus. Crystal is a citrus. Yay, that's awesome. Floral for Donna. So cool. Okay, Kelly says, I think you're a citrus oil. Oh, hi, Elsa. And she's asking if I need energy, spices. Yeah, I would say peppermint is a good one for energy. Like we talked about, very good question. There's some other citruses are good for energy too. So I would actually do orange and peppermint together. Phenomenal for energy. Good question, Elsa. Okay, who else are guessing? Francis thinks I'm a tree oil, very grounding. Cool, I like that. Oh yes, Jennifer says they're light and bright. Yeah, citruses. So Maria thinks I'm a spice. Well, we've got me all over. And then Elsa thinks I'm a citrus. So Elsa and whoever else it was correct. I'm a citrus. And I wrote the test, but I also took it a few times, and every time I came up with citrus, which I thought was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm definitely and Elsa knows me since I was a little baby, so she probably knows me best. And yes, definitely bubbly citrus personality. So yay, that was so much fun to talk about plant personality. I loved seeing your responses. And I just saw Jennifer typed in here that citruses are very rounded. Oh, I love that. They're very rounded. I'd never thought of that, but that is so true. That is a good one of the personality. And Joanna said the trees for me are spot on. Amanda thinks I'm floral. Oh, I love that. Florals are so amazing. I would love to have more floral personality too. That's why I keep passion nearby me so I can always put it on. All right, you guys, thanks for joining. And if you can see in the post, you can take the personality test. I'm excited to see. And when you take it, there's a download. You'll see I have it on my iPad here, so I'll hold it up. But it is what I was reading off of, and it's this little download here that has all the sections, all the healing properties of plant personality. And just excited to get to know you. You can share the personality test, your results, once you take it. And if you can tag me in it, I'll share it with you too. I would love to see that. I would love to see everybody resonate and see why they have resonated, I guess I want to say, with certain aspects of nature. I just think it's really cool that we are drawn to things from our personality. Like for me, you want to know what my favorite fruit is? Grapefruit. I love grapefruit. I love to eat citrus. I love lemons in my food. I just love it. So anything lemony, like lemon meringue, I would prefer lemon over like a strawberry. And I just think that's fun if we look at our personality and how we're drawn to these types of things. I know my mom got wood oils, and she's like, that makes sense because she loves musky smells. She loves wood. She's always lived in the mountains, Alaska, Utah, Colorado. She's just very much a mountain girl. So it's kind of fun that our personality is taking on the characteristics of plants and nature and the life around us. So fun to get to know yourself better, and so grateful to be connected with you guys. We will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.